So, since a vast majority of the people that you would expect to cover this, um, including everyone from the Twitter sphere, nobody's covering Guntgate. Really, like you have Genius Anus and T Clips and a few lesser people. I think Drummer is probably the biggest one, but to recap really quick who Ethan Ralph is, he is the host and creator of the Kill Stream on the Ralph Retort. He used to be on YouTube. He got fucked over 10 Ways to Sunday. Ended up on D Live. He essentially made his name by being a mundane Matt. He made it big during Gamergate and then rode on the gay ops, and he's gone down and up and down and up. There's a great video. Just look up the Cancerless Gym Show and the Ballad of Ethan Ralph. But recently, Ralph coerced a 19-year-old mentally ill girl to move away from her parents, who still financially supported her, while she lived with this man-child in a crack shack, knocked her up, produced a revenge porn videotape, and sent it to her ex-boyfriend. She has left him multiple times and always comes back. This time she left. The reason being, Ethan Ralph choked her. And if we go into the notifications... Ethan Ralph, look, I choked Faith because she stepped out of line. All you haters have it wrong. I have my limits, and I'll fucking punch her in the stomach if she does it again. Now, whether or not that's real, whether or not it's false, I can't say for sure, but I trust that it's real. I trust that it's real because I can believe he did this. Now, he's also currently blocking people and banning his pay pigs who give him money and then ask about all of this shit. He's been, well, he likes to call it swatted, but really all it was the police came by while him and his new girlfriend, who he was pretending was not his girlfriend, also known as Vomit Girl, the pedophile, were swimming. So here is Genius Anus's, big, oh, god damn it, why you gotta do this to me, Anus? You had a thread, my friend. Okay, here. Ethan Ralph talking to Faith. There's some other screenshots where she's talking to pedo girl. Ethan, I don't think living in that house without what we planned will make me happy. I'll be resentful because that's who I am. I wish I wasn't, but I am. Essentially what he means at that point is that he would be resentful to his pregnant girlfriend, or fiancée last we checked, because she doesn't want to have a three-way with a pedophile. Her response, and I can't fucking do anything about it. No, wait, I've got this. And I can't fucking do anything about it. You can't be just happy with me and the baby. You need to have sex with someone else to be happy with me around. Nothing will happen because nothing ever happens. The plan was set. Going to the same house. All my money. No. I know me and I know I'll be bubbling the entire time. Now, whether or not that means bubbling with rage or bubbling from all of the alcohol and narcotics he takes, nobody knows. So, Faith's response. So you wouldn't be happy with me and the baby at all? I'm that worthless? I feel like I'm going to throw up from crying so much, honestly. Honestly, this girl's crazy. However, I do understand that she is already mentally unwell. She's 19 years old and she's pregnant. And she's mentally unwell because she let Ethan fuck her and thumb her ass. Ethan, I don't think you're in a position to contribute much to the household budget, etc. If you live in Richmond, Virginia, I'm not confident that you would be for years. I'm also a very bitter person, and that's just reality. I think it's actually better to be open with that knowledge. Your parents will cut you off or cut you down drastically. So what he's saying is that if she moves, she won't be contributing much in terms of money. But Ethan likes to go around and brag about how you should know who he is. You should know him from Gamergate. He gets so much money. He makes so much more money than that loser drummer. He makes more money in a day than drummer makes in a year or something. He's like, your parents will cut you off. Your parents will cut you down drastically. They're going to cut her off from her fucking money. And he's talking like this to the mother of his child. Of course, I could go all PPP, who recently became a fucking gunt guard, and be like, oh my god, Ethan! You don't see! It's the fifth man, Ethan! It's the fifth man! Us gunt brothers have to stick together, Ethan! I thought I was gonna get to fuck her after you were done! Just so I could have the smell of your dick on my dick! After she found it! Because my dick is like if you take 2 Tic Tacs and line them up, and then someone eats one of the Tic Tacs. Anyways, her response. No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't cut her off. They're actually parents. They give a shit about her and her kid. That's why they've done this. Although I can say Vickers is not innocent in any of this. Okay? I just want to point that out right now. Vickers is not innocent in anything of what's going on. He's done what a lot of the media companies do and what a lot of the commentators do, which is say, I've got this to drop on the gun. Ooh, keep watch. And never fucking dropped anything. He said he had stuff that could get Ethan locked up. And it's very obvious that if he had that, he should have dropped it. Because if he did, then his daughter wouldn't have gotten choked and possibly harmed the baby. Sorry, I'm trying to get this all lined up. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. Ethan's response to her, well, they don't want you to leave, lol. Yeah, but Ethan, they wouldn't cut her down. They actually give a shit about their kids. Something that you don't. That was another reason we were bringing May in. Not just the fuck. And that it would be fun. Why? You're using your fuck buddy for money? Are you going to whore her out on OnlyFans? Because that's the only way that she would bring in money. She's got the personality of a wet diaper. Yeah, well, I don't care if she's there and we're not fucking. That's the thing. But you're the one saying you couldn't live with it without fucking. That's true. So all 3 of us live there and act like that was never a thing? Well, no, I get mad even thinking about it, to be honest. You get mad that the 19-year-old baby mama doesn't want to fuck some random chick. Really? So what, the only way is for me to do something I don't want? Plus, it's probably a recipe for disaster. So I have to do this alone? I'm going to have to give birth alone and go to every ultrasound without you? Do I mean that little? Oh, fucking teenagers, dude. You left me, not the other way around. No, you choked her. It's a good thing she left. I never broke up. I left after you hurt me. Okay, after he choked her out. He choked a pregnant 19-year-old. Reportedly while also saying, do you fucking know who I am? But that line is from Vickers. I don't trust it. I do trust these leaks. So, we'll go here. You've hurt me more than anyone living today. Just until things were better. Oh, her going back was just until things were better. Because you told me it was a good idea to go back. My father's the only one who's ever hurt me more than you.
You told me to go back and figure things out. I don't want to do this alone. I'm only 19. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not strong enough. And now you just want to leave me to do it all alone? Because I didn't want a three-way? Because I didn't want to be sexual with someone else? Just the kid, please. I don't want to do it alone. I can't. You told me to go to California, and I didn't want to stay.
I can't trust you to do what you say you are going to do, and this is the latest example. I know my hands aren't clean, so I'm not going to moralize about it, but I'm upset, yes. I'm not being mean or saying mean things or trying to scare you. I'm talking to you calmly. Actually, what you're doing is you're sending her texts saying that you would be angry if she didn't join you in a three-way. Like, I don't know what he's aiming for this. Obviously, a three-way wouldn't work out. Is it just so there's a baby for his new girlfriend to fuck with? Who knows? You can never say. He's not saying mean things or trying to scare her. But you are manipulating her on a level only to be compared to the Onion Man. He did the same thing. Essentially, all you're missing now is telling her that she needs to lock herself up in the basement because she's saying she doesn't want to do a three-way. You're saying, oh, it would be great. That's just like saying, oh, you don't want to lock yourself up in the basement, shave your head, and get a tattoo that says I'm a liar. Oh my god, that would be so hot. You're boring if you don't. And you're essentially saying, oh, you're boring if you don't want to do this. But you're going worse. You're like, I will resent you for the rest of my life if you don't consent to fucking another girl with me. Dude, you can't please one girl, let alone two.
You can't trust me because I don't want to have sex with someone else? You could have told me for weeks. You could have stopped me signing the lease. You could have called off the DC trip. There were so many opportunities for intervention. You took none of them.
Well, easy, Ethan. Apparently, if she takes any of these routes, you choke her. You get violent because you're a pill-popping alcoholic dumbass. I'm sorry, this pisses me off. Not for Faith, but like just people like this piss me off, right? Because this leads to child abuse. And I'm one of those people where it's like children should be protected. And right now he's dealing with a mentally ill child. And it's like, you have to have this three-way. You could have stopped me. No, you couldn't have. You're the parent. She's the child. That's how your relationship goes. You control everything she does. And that's shown here. She wants to come back. That means you don't hate her because you have this I'm the father of your child thing going on. It's really fucking toxic, and honestly, I think you should be locked up.
You think I'm not upset? Because I wanted you to forgive me for everything else. I thought you would if I went through with it.
But you didn't. Yeah, so this shows the other manipulation tactic. Where sorry. Where she thought that he would forgive something that she did, which I think maybe it was the cheating in the beginning, but obviously he's used her money since then. Um, where she thought, if I had a three-way, then it would be chill, and he's like, oh, you didn't have the three-way, which is fucking dumb.
Or that I was too boring for you? So if I do, would you forgive me and stop being upset and not leave me and the baby?
What are you asking me? I'm really dumb. Like, what are you asking me?
If I went through with a three-way, would you still be angry at me? If I came back and just did it, just once, and I kept my word, even if it will fuck me up, I'd rather be fucked up than doing this alone.
You are already fucked up. You should not let him stick his dick in you ever again. And honestly, Some people would say you need to get an abortion.
So if it takes sleeping with someone else, then I don't care. I just am scared and lost and don't want you to leave me and the baby. I just don't want you to leave me and the baby. And I feel like literally there's nothing else I can do.
This is what would happen is if Onision knocked up any of the girls that he's fucked in the past. Like, if he knocked up Sarah, this is where it would be. And fucking Ethan Garbage Ralph. I think that's a noble compromise offer. And I wouldn't reject it out of hand. Right there. Right there. I can't highlight it because it's a fucking picture. But right fucking there shows his get out of jail card when she does it and he's still a cunt to her.
But I think you're also not getting why I thought it would be good for us all to be a sort of unit, semi-unit. We all complement each other. I can immediately put her to work on my project. She has her own online stuff, plus she wants to get a regular job. You'll be pregnant, and then, right after, you'll want to be with the baby. Probably won't want to work right away. Maybe plan for school next fall, and we could watch the baby during the day.
I would never trust you or that pedophile around any... Oh, I'm sorry, alleged pedophile. Around any child. You watching a child would never happen. And not just because it's a fucking scary thought. Because in 5 seconds that baby would cry and you would say,
"Oh, look who I am. I'm your daddy. I'm the host of the kill stream, aren't I?"
And it would puke on you, and then you would beat it for not knowing who the fuck you are.
I've never done anything like that. It might not work, but I didn't set this up for purely primal reasons, or just to have someone extra to fuck. Though, that's not nothing. I actually thought we would have better chances to succeed long term, because I would have help in the short term. I see it being very hard, and me getting resentful of having to carry the whole load, or just failing at it also very possible.
What whole load? Are you talking about financially? Because you already said that you want her parents' money, right? So you're not talking about financially. Are you talking about watching the kid if she goes back to school? Because let's face it, you wouldn't have her going back to school. You can still have Vomit Pedo Girl work for you. You would in no way, shape, or form be expected to do this alone, you dumb cunt.
I don't know what else to do to not lose you. I wouldn't mind just all living together. It was the fucking that scared me. But if that's what it takes, then whatever. I just can't do this alone, Ethan. I want to do it, yes. I think it would be reasonable for me to compromise with you as well and cut my drinking down to an agreed upon level. If we go through with my plan. You mean my plan?
There is a message that she sent that is cut out, which is a little disconcerting because according to this, there's a 3-minute gap, so she's leaving a big message chunk out.
You mean my plan? I mean having sex altogether. I don't want to, but I don't want to lose you. But if I don't, you won't forgive me and leave me and the baby. The cramps are worsening. Well, yes, that's part of the plan and part of us living together that I had in mind. But you should kind of take some blah, blah, blah.
He talks about having some deep breaths himself and getting a charger for his phone, blah, blah, blah.
I feel like I'm whoring myself out. I'm not going to like it either.
You are. You are essentially whoring yourself out. If you do this, you are whoring yourself out. There's no getting around that. You shouldn't do it. It's not good for you. It's not good for the baby. You're 19. You will literally find someone better if you just walk outside, even in this pandemic.
Okay, I'm back. I threw up. I'm sorry. Why? Why am I sorry you threw up? Sucks to throw up. You still get the three-way even if I don't want it.
She's being really dramatic here, but she's a pregnant 19-year-old. It's forgivable. already read that. Okay. So that's all for that one, I think. I'm actually really debating making this picture, if I can get it into frame right, my profile picture for the channel, just because he does need sacrifice to the corn. He does. And it's really interesting. Let's look up PPP. This dude, he was super against Ethan Ralph for like ever, man. He was against Ethan Ralph. He was, the gunt. Talking about gun shielding. Got into it with Jim over Jim being a gunt guard. Protecting Kraut, the doxing jackass. December 5th. December 4th. December 4th. December 3rd. December 1st. Oh, did Godwinson... Oh, did Godwin... fucking flaggots, man. Like, if T-Clips is doing this shit, fuck. And so, on December 1st, he's giving a T-Clip shit over the Ralph retort, right? Because, the Ralph retort's good and T-Clips is a cunt and all that shit. That I don't give two shits about T-Clips. It's just another drama channel. She tried putting stuff behind a paywall. Let's be fucking honest. Your entire group does it. And you and Godwinson were going full fucking force against Ralph like less than a month ago. Did I get blocked? Ha! I got blocked literally earlier today. Fuck you. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Not blocked by Gator. Did you take a picture of your anus and publish it on the internet? No, he live streamed it but calls me attention seeking. Like, I don't get this. So here he is protecting fucking Ralph. Where did... Because he's been fucking with T-Clips for, like, ever. Like, I think they're in love with each other. Like, oh my god. Look, she looks like Miss Piggy. Okay. You're not much different either, bro. You have a literal triple chin with a neck beard. Oh yeah, no, like, because I won't stream with him, then now accusing me of flagging. I received a strike on the day I was canceled. Oh, that's another thing. He was claiming that Ralph and his entire company flagged him, right? And his little faggot furry friend, Leo the Pirate, was also saying that. But now him and Ralph are like the best of friends? How much is he paying you? And here's Kraut shitting on Jim. Um, like, oh, half your former associates. Motherfucker, half your former associates are pedophiles. You can't prove it's not real because it is, and everyone knows you're gay. Ha ha ha. Oh, it's about. Oh my god, it was a while. How long has he been? Oh, also, that's. Uh. My god, you're a disgusting piece of shit. Oh, remember when clip channels just clipped things and didn't try to run gay ops while crying that they were abused? Motherfucker, you report me every time I tweet you. I just got off a 7-day fucking ban because I said that you're both fucking cunts if you flag. Anyway, I'm fucking done. Um, everyone's fucking quiet too. This is, ugh, this is just garbage, dude. Like this is just garbage. I already read those. Oh, okay. Here's the new one. It's after she's like, oh, I'm only good. I'm whoring myself out. God, I'm pathetic. I really think you'll enjoy living together like that. But if it's too much and it makes you sick, then I don't want it, obviously. Yes, you do. You said so yourself. You couldn't be with me if I don't because you'll be too angry. I already told you it was too much and made me sick, but you kept saying you'd be angry and couldn't be with me and I'd have to raise the baby alone. So I don't have any other choice, do I? I never said anything about raising the baby alone. It would happen. Yes, Ralph, that would happen. If you didn't have her living with you and you were on the other side of the country, she'd be raising that baby alone, essentially, unless you count her family. Which, honestly, I wish her dad was actually a fucking father. He'd kick your ass in 5 fucking seconds. Poke your belly like Pillsbury Doughboy, you cunt. It's basically fuck my mental health one way or another. So who cares? Either way, I'm fucked. Well, if you don't go back to him, you'll find someone who will be better. It's really not that difficult to do better than Ethan Ralph. It'll probably just be a phase we do and she moves on. That's how I always thought, anyway. First year or two, I don't really think it's that crazy. Strengthens the unit in the meantime. Okay, so let's go over this. We'll say 2 years, Ethan. You have your fuck buddy for 2 years. Faith gives birth. The baby's there. Faith isn't going to finish college in that 2 years. In fact, less than 2 years. We'll say maybe a year and a half. It's not gonna happen. You're just doing this to fuck something. You don't understand how I feel. But it doesn't matter. Again, I don't really have a choice. You do. Stay the fuck away. Nah, I guess I don't. But I don't think you're seeing it my way either, though. You're an adult, Ethan. You have to see it her way. It's very obvious. The entire internet sees it her way. You're glorifying it, but again, what other choice do I have? How do you mean glorifying? You think it'll be strength in numbers just because we're all friends, it would work? Kinda, yeah. It never works like that. But I see it as doomed because I'm not into it sexually. Let's just try it. I think if we got back to where it was headed before, that you might be more positive. Maybe if I was more thoughtful about it as well, if that makes sense. I don't know. If you're just gonna be like, oh, I guess I don't matter the whole time, I know that's not gonna work either. That's literally how it's going, Gunt Boy. It's literally how it's going.
How else am I supposed to feel? I said I don't want it, and that I didn't really like what I already tried. It's why I was rarely sexual with her.
Did you guys fuck on the DC trip? Because that's hilarious.
But you'll leave if I don't, so I don't know how else I'm supposed to feel when if I don't do it, you leave, even though I'm saying it messes with me mentally and emotionally.
I don't know. I guess it's too much to ask you to be positive about it tonight. I'm really worried about what he meant by that, but let's get into the gut mindset. You just finger banged the pedophile that you have walking around with you in Virginia. You got made fun of all day in your live streams, got kicked out of bars, claimed to be the victim. Come back and tell your girlfriend, hey, we need to do this three-way. She's like, no, 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 I can't do the three-way. I don't like it. Like, I don't like the idea of it. Yeah, let's not do it. And you're like, well, I want the three-way, so we're gonna do the three-way. She's like, well, can we not do the three-way? I really don't want it. And you're like, well, listen, if we don't do it, I'm just gonna be angry the entire time we're together, so we really should just do it. She's like, what? So I'm not enough? Like this will really fuck with me. You'll still be angry if I don't? Well, yeah, because I always planned on fucking her. So your plan, let's say the worst case scenario happens and she goes back. What Ralph's plan is, he will fuck both of them when he wants, and then he believes that he will have access to fuck either of them at any point. He believes he's some kind of sexual god, when in reality, he's the short brother from Twins. He's Danny DeVito. He's worse than Danny DeVito, because Danny DeVito was actually funny. So, Gump Boy, to you and all of your friends, I want to point out they will turn on you in maybe a day or so. A lot of them are silent. A lot of them you're shitting on, and they've already pointed out you're a piece of shit. Honestly, I really wish that Medicare was doing better health wise. Um, this shit would only give him more cancer. But he's the only person that like could really tell you to fuck off. But I'm gonna tell everybody something that we learned back in Gamergate. Don't make friends online. Because Faith did it, and now she's knocked up. Fuck you, Gut Boy.